Hey guys, and welcome back to Glory Hunter. Today returning with RC Lons, and we are chasing down PSG. We begin today's episode with a trip to Monaco, currently in 12th, so a pretty average season for them. If we win, as you can see from the league standings, we will cut the gap to 8 points with 6 to go. It's still unlikely, but do you know what? I quite like being the one chasing down the leaders. It's not happened very often in this series, so it's quite nice for a change of pace. We're also going to have the first leg of the Conference League semi-final against Mönchengladbach today. The second leg will come in the next episode, so 4 games in the league as well of the remaining 7 that we have to play. So we're going to crack on with some big games in Ligue 1 today. Let's jump into it. First one away against Monaco with a chance to cut the gap to 8. Come on, RC Lons, let's do this. Here we go then. It's a really big game today. We need to win to keep any chance of catching PSG alive. I believe the last time we played Monaco we played out a 2-2 draw. Go on, Clerc. Go on, Leon. Oh, what a start. Leon Clerc in behind and finishes past the keeper. What a brilliant start here. I was just saying, I think the last game we had was either 1-1. I want to say it was a 2-2 draw though. If you remember, they've got Wahi and Evan Nilsson up top, and both of them are very dangerous. But this is the perfect start. I want to try and win all of our remaining league games, just so that we can put the pressure on PSG. Obviously, we are focusing on the conference, but doesn't mean that we can't focus on these league games just as much and try and get the job done. Pressure on PSG as we are not going anywhere in the run-in. But we've done well to swarm the ball. Fernandez with the tackle, that's really good. And here we can see when they press, we can break. Here's Buick down the left-hand side. Trademark run from him. Pulled back to Openda. It's a great block, but it falls to Clerc, who didn't really connect with it. Takura sends it forward to Musamba. And Fernandez again gets a toe in. Onana around the corner quickly. That's good from the captain. Through ball to Openda. He was onside, Lois Openda. Onto his right foot, and never in doubt, Lois Openda, the league's top scorer. I believe that's now his 23rd of the season in the domestic league. Doubles our advantage and puts us in a brilliant position to close that gap to 8. Little ball roll, sends the keeper one way, smashes the ball the other. As we saw in the previous episode, unfortunately, PSG, as Cunningham throws himself in front of that. Unfortunately, PSG now knocked out of the Champions League by Leipzig. I would have preferred if they were still in the competition. Here goes Buick away down the left, squared to Openda for 3. Could be game over already. Monaco been blown away in this first half. Openda with another goal as he chases down 30 league goals this season. But as I was just saying, I'd rather PSG was still in Europe so that they've got those additional games. Obviously, we're still in the Conference League, so we've got loads of games still to play compared to a lot of the other sides, especially PSG, who have played a game more than us. Dan James, poor cross into the middle, but that will do it for the first half. We've been absolutely electric. Openda has 2. And I'd say already at half-time, this game is done and dusted. We've been absolutely dominant. Well, guys, absolutely nothing of note in that second half. Monaco huffed and puffed, forced a few saves out of Galini, but knew the game was up. And they never really looked like getting back into it. All the damage done in the first half. A brace from Lois Openda means that we put 3 points on the board to start the episode off. Just what we wanted to do, and we now close the gap to PSG to 8 points. So the games keep coming thick and fast for RC Lons. We now face Montpellier at home, and we're just going to have to take it game by game. try and get those 3 points over the line in every single match that we have remaining and hope for a few favours. Facing Montpellier today, who I don't think have anything to play for themselves, which probably on FIFA makes them even more dangerous than if they had something to play for, but they're looking to make a bright start here. A little bit slow in the defence from us. Galini makes the save and should gather the second ball. Little bit of a slow start today. We have had a lot of games and it is fatiguing for the boys who are out there most days. We've got another game in, I think, 3 or 4 days time, and then it's the Conference League semi-final. Moses through to Openda, looks to hit it on the turn. Moses Usor is back in the lineup today. We know that he was on brilliant form before that injury which kept him out for a few weeks. Here's Kambedi. Drilled into Openda, brilliant goal. Not going to miss from there, and Lois Openda, speaking of not missing, is on a brilliant run of form here. That's now, I think, 25 for the season as he looks to claim the golden boot. 25 in 25. Onana fizzes one out to Moses, who looks to come infield. Now has Kambedi on the overlap. This is how we scored our first. Into Openda. Oh, it's a carbon copy. Kambedi to Openda, this time in off the woodwork. It's a rinse and repeat job from RC Lons. Kambedi swings it in low and hard. Openda this time rattles it in off the crossbar, but the 3 points could be on their way to RC Lons once again. We are on such a good run of form. We don't look like stopping between now and the end of the season. PSG sadly leading at the break, although this is one of their more favourable fixtures to close out the season against Auxerre at home. They've still got to play Stade Rennais, Monaco, and I think it was Nice as well. So they've got 3 pretty tough fixtures there. If other teams can do us a favour and we win all of our remaining games, you just never know what could happen. Betty into Onana, and now Moses down the right hand side. So much more of a threat than Dan James. Still Moses, and Kambedi always on that overlap. Not the greatest of passes to him. It's worked into Lois Openda. It's a brilliant hat-trick. And that will do it for Openda's day today. He's got his hat-trick. He's done his job. 3 goals, 3 points for RC Lons. But there's the whistle. It's all done. RC Lons 3-0. Very comprehensive victory. We were in control from minute 1. Lois Openda with another Ligue 1 hat-trick. And we put the pressure on PSG. Can Auxerre do us a favour? Not quite. 2-1 victory for PSG. This is exciting, being the chasers for once. PSG win, keep the gap at 8 as we move into our next game in just a few days' time. Alright then guys, into the 3rd game of the episode. We couldn't have asked for an easier game on paper. We're taking on bottom placed EA Guingamp. Now they do still have a lot to play for as they're not quite down yet, so they're looking for wins as well. Of course, we need to win to keep the pressure on PSG. Here goes Lois Openda. What a perfect start once again from RC Lons. We're very quick out of the blocks, and this man knows how to find the back of the net. The league's top scorer puts us ahead. As I say, that is the perfect start for us here. We've made quite a few changes as we've got the big semi-final on Thursday night, and I am more focused on that. Obviously, it doesn't mean that I'm throwing the league. I'm still going all out to put the pressure on PSG, but it does feel like one of those that could potentially be a banana skin. PSG are actually away to Lorient, so not an easy fixture for them. We'll be keeping an eye on how they are getting on, but here come Guingamp forcing the save out of Galini. Still the home side looking to build on what has been a good response to going behind. And the shot comes in, and again, Galini has to tip it behind. This has been a really good response from Guingamp, and we need to get a foothold back in the game. is Stefan David. Of course, still not scored a goal for the club. Played in a variety of positions this season. Moses comes infield, finds David on his left peg. It's a good strike, low and hard, down into the corner. And we are responding back now, throwing some of our own punches as Cunningham's header is brilliantly tipped behind by the keeper. Cunningham winning the ball high up the pitch. Now Costa can roll it through to Lois Openda. What a strike. That little trick that he's got where he just ball rolls to send the keeper one direction, hits the ball the other, and doubles our lead just before the break. That could be a crucial goal that sees us pick up 3 points here and put the pressure back on PSG. Little ball roll, keeper takes a step one way, Openda smashes it the other. He's now 1 of 30 as well in the league as he races after the golden boot. There's the half-time whistle. We've put ourselves in a really good position to pick up the 3 points and build momentum going into the final stages of the season. Let's see how PSG are doing. They're 2-0 up as well. So looks like we're not going to make any ground on them today. Openda making the run through the middle. This to seal it. Lois Openda just slams it into the roof of the net. 3-0, game over for sure now. 3 points coming back home with RC Lens. Costa has Hajam down the left-hand side. Pulls it back to Costa. Brilliant block. Not sure if it was the keeper or defender who got something in the way, but they kept it out between them. Kaiser waiting for Jankovic. Matija Jankovic. It's a brilliant strike. 4-0. Not got many chances in the second half of this season with Taiwo and Lois Openda ahead of him. But taking his chance here and slamming home to make it 4. Very comfortable night for RC Lens. 3 points in the bag for RC Lens. 4-0 victory in the end. Another hat-trick for Lois Openda. Don't think he's going to get to 44, but we will progress through now to see if PSG won. It was 5-1 in the end. Absolutely resounding from them. And they keep the gap as it was before kickoff. For us, we now turn our attention to the Conference League as we take on Borussia Mönchengladbach in the first leg of the semi-final. Alright then guys, we are at the business stage of the Conference League. This is our biggest test of the competition so far. We travel away to Germany, to Borussia Park, to take on Mönchengladbach. Of course, we face them pretty regularly in our 18 months with Bayer Leverkusen, so we know a decent bit about them. But this is going to be a completely different test with our RC Lens team that we've established here. I'm going to try and adopt the same sort of game plan as I did in the big games in the knockout phase with Chelsea last year in the Champions League. Try and control the game, have lots of the ball, and see where that takes us. But straight away, Mönchengladbach take the lead, and that is a cracking strike. I felt during that whole attack we were a little bit short. Fernandez has to cover Fabio Silva in the middle, and it's Bellegarde who finishes it off. We've not really been able to get going in these opening 10 minutes, and now we trail to, I would say, probably the favourites to lift the competition. This is going to be a really tough tie to turn around. Here comes Onana though. We know how good we are coming forward. We've got the competition's top scorer, and Moses has done well here. Dinks it back to Onana. Still Onana, shot blocked. Good little bit of pressure though. Clerk looking to get it round the corner. It's a decent response from us here. Not sure where Cunningham's going there, stepping up. We're unfortunately without Ilan Oku today, who's been a big part of our Conference League run. He's actually suspended after picking up too many yellows, so Cunningham's in today. Big game for the young English defender. Here's Kambedi racing forward now. Still Kambedi, not known for his goals. Might wait for Taiwo and does. And Taiwo will tap home into the open net to level things up. Kambedi not confident to go through and strike it himself. Waited for Mr. Thursday night, and he notches up another goal in the competition. This tie is going to be an absolute cracker. I know how much of a threat we are coming forward, which is why I wasn't panicking when we went a goal down. I always feel confident that we can get back into any game, no matter who we're playing. That's really well intercepted by Edson Alvarez. Now it's Taiwo. Awoniyi, oh, he snuck it in. That one will get me excited. What a goal from Taiwo. Edson Alvarez nicking the ball high up the pitch. One little ball through. And this man is just unstoppable in this competition. What a goal. Defender can't get close to him. Little ball roll. Slides it past the keeper. And scores again in the Conference League. Taiwo Awoniyi has turned this game on its head. Kovacevic flies in and wins it. Now Onana around the corner to Clerk. Waits for Taiwo, and it's 3. A poacher's hat-trick for Taiwo Awoniyi is brilliant. Little ball round the corner to Clerk. Again, like Kambedi, waited for Awoniyi. And he knows where the goals are scored from. He gets into those positions, and he very rarely misses in this competition. Mönchengladbach came flying out of the blocks, but Taiwo has completely flipped the script. Mudryk now in behind, into Fabio Silva. That's a cracking save by Antonio Gomes. Threw himself at that Fabio Silva. Corner now, need to survive this. Header comes in, it's off the line by Moses. Still not fully clear, and Gomes makes an unconventional save. Need to get into the break with our 3-1 lead, and Onana can clear. There is the half-time whistle. What a first half of football in Germany. Second half kicks off here. I have to say, every time that Mönchengladbach come forward, they look dangerous, but Taiwo has just been single-handedly running things for us up the other end of the pitch. Still has the ball here. Lays it off to Alvarez. If we get a fourth, then we've got 1 foot in the final, and Taiwo again finishes it off. He has 4, and Mönchengladbach have just not been able to handle this man tonight. Patient build-up. Clerk just flicks it around the corner, this time on his left peg. It doesn't matter. It's the same result. And after Mönchengladbach came flying out of the blocks in that first 10 minutes, opened the scoring, I thought we were in for a really difficult tie. But Taiwo Awoniyi has just been too hot to handle in Germany tonight. Absolutely brilliant performance from him. And he may have set us on the road to the final. But here come BMG again, pushed behind. Webster now. Onana is on a yellow card. And Betty won't get there. Pobega lines one up. Oh, it's hit the inside of the post. And somehow not found its way into the back of the net. They've been good when they've come forward. And 4-1 probably doesn't reflect the actual game itself. Oh, given away cheaply. Oh, if we concede from this, I'll be really disappointed. Oh, Mudryk, surely it's a brilliant goal. Probably what Mönchengladbach deserve. And this tie is not done yet. Mykhailo Mudryk pulls another back for the Germans. Mönchengladbach will play their way out of defence. Played out to Carmona on the right. Fernandez out of position. And it's Silva who takes the strike. Will fall to Pobega. Oh, it's 4-3. Tommaso Pobega, former player of mine at Roma. I thought he was going to hit it first time, so tried to slide with Kovacevic. He just waited for him to go down, took a touch, and then picked out the top corner. And this tie is most certainly not done. An absolute cracker in Germany. After surrendering a couple of goals here, I'd really love if we could get another, but Carmona's in behind. Fernandez isn't going to get there, and it's 4-4. And we have crumbled. Put this in the history books. This is up there with one of the greatest European comebacks of all time. 4-1 down in the first leg, and they've pulled it back to 4-4. David thinks one over the top for Taiwo. He's been the danger man today. Taiwo Awoniyi. Oh, he's done it again. Taiwo late on, 5-4 to RC Lens. What a tie in the Europa Conference League. Taiwo Awoniyi with all 5 for RC Lens. This is cracking stuff. There is the whistle, and I need a minute to catch my breath. That was end-to-end, goals galore, and Taiwo Awoniyi with 5 for RC Lens. So guys, I think after that crazy first leg, we're going to end the episode there. We'll come back in the next one to close out the league campaign, and then if we make it to the Conference League final, we will have that to close out the season. But you can see Almeria won the first leg of the other semi-final, taking a 3-2 lead. Another cracker in the Conference League back to Spain. So it looks probably most likely that we will face them in the final if we are to make it. As for the league situation, well, you will see here, PSG drew with FC Nantes. It's probably not enough for us. We need them to start losing some games, but Nantes, who aren't having a great season, so it's actually quite a good draw for us. Can see that PSG now go 9 points clear, but we do have the game in hand, so we can cut that to 6. Unfortunately, our game in hand is against Lyon, who are very good and also vying for a European place as well. That is their game in hand, so that will be at the beginning of the next episode. It's going to be a cracker, the next one. We've got the remaining 4 games in Ligue 1 alongside the second leg of that semi-final, so it's going to be a bumper episode. Can we catch PSG? I'm not so sure. Can we make it to the Conference League final? It's definitely on the cards. It's going to be a cracking end to the season, guys, and I hope to catch you for the next episode very soon. Peace.